Hey, good morning, everybody. Dallas Keithley here with Secure Insurance Group. Thank you for tuning into this webinar. I really am excited about today and what we're going to go over. We have a special guest with us today named Will Coatney. Will is with Americo, and he is a gentleman that I believe can really enhance your business, can open some stuff up. Americo has a product that really gives you an upper hand when it comes to certain clients, and Will's going to tell us more about that. Their quit smoking advantage is something that I haven't found anything else in the industry that compares to it. It's a great product that, like I said, you're not going to walk away from a home because you're getting beat on tobacco prices when it comes to final expense. So at this time, I'm going to hand it over to Will, and Will's going to take us through some things and just show us all the ins and outs of America. Will, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, Dallas. Thanks for having me on. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. It's all yours, man.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Well, let's dive right in, guys. I want to do exactly what Dallas said. I'm going to cover our Eagle Premier Series, which is our final expense product. I'm going to cover the website that you're seeing right now, which is agentcafe.com. Just like it says, it's the one-stop shop for everything Americo. And really try and give you guys a leg up in terms of growing your business so that you guys can get out there, write some great products, and especially when you're sitting down with smokers. As Dallas mentioned, that quit smoking advantage is a great competitive advantage that Americo has to offer. With that, I want to cover agentcafe.com. Guys, if there's one thing that you write down in this quick little 15, 20-minute presentation, agentcafe.com would be it. Everything you need to run your business with Americo can be found by starting at agentcafe.com. So this is a single-page website, meaning there's not a bunch of pages. If I scroll down to the bottom, that would be it. It's very, very straightforward, but it's got all of the most important links that you would need to run your business. If you scroll down here right below the fold, the first thing you're going to see is your agent login. So this is going to take you to your back-end dashboard where you can manage your business, see pending policies, check commissions, order materials, find training. I mean, you name it. Your agent login, your agent dashboard is going to be a great tool for you in terms of managing your business. So what would you guess is right below managing your business? Well, obviously, writing a lot of business. So right below that is going to be your three most important links to quote and write business. For those newbies on the call that have not written Americo, this is a screen for you. So on the left-hand side, guys, if I click Run Quote, that's going to open up our quoting tool. This website is very, very mobile responsive, meaning that you can run quotes any day, anytime, day or night, straight from your phone. So if you pull quote.americo.com up on your phone, you're going to see this website. It's very, very easy to use on your phone, and you can quote clients and prospective clients all day, every day. You're simply going to select your state, select the product, and it's going to walk you through just a very simple quoting illustration from there. Now, let's say you've quoted the rates, the client's interested, you go and have a meeting with them. You're obviously going to want to know where the EAP is. Well, right here, right next to quoting is our EAP. If I click this button right here, it's going to take you to the EAP. You log in, and you can start writing business. I'm going to go back here real quick, though. And again, for those of you who have maybe not written Americo yet, no problem. We have a demo version of our EAP. Okay, so a demo version of Americo's e-application that you can try, and you can write policies on yourself. You can write policies on your spouse, on your kids, on your significant other. You name it. You can write as much business as you want with this e-application. I'm going to log in real quick just to give you guys a quick look. Hold on just a second. At our e-application, so that you can see what to expect. Okay, so our e-application looks just like this, very straightforward. If you want to run an illustration on some of our more in-depth products, you can. But to write new business right now, and again, this is just a test version. You're going to click on New EAP. It's going to ask you for the state, birthday. Let's go with Arizona. And once you click in the birthday, based on the age of the client, it's going to give you the products that are available, right? So we take the thinking out of it for you. You're not going to get offered a product that doesn't match the age of the client that you're talking to. I'm going to go ahead and put in my good buddy Patrick Mahomes as the client. We'll click Eagle Premier Series and create. So it's as simple as that to start writing an application an e-application on a final expense client. So you put in your agent your agent writing number, and whether you're with the proposed insured, and you're off and running. Instead of going through this whole entire e-application, guys, I want to let you know that after this step right here, so the second step, the client is actually going to sign a form that gives us permission to run a prescription check on your client, okay? After they give us permission, they sign that, we're going to run prescription check, and the one thing that Americo is known for is our instant decision. So with our Eagle Premier Series, our final expense product, our flagship final expense product, you are going to know within the first 3 to 5 minutes of starting the application whether or not Patrick is qualified for the coverage that he's looking for. It's a true instant decision. We're going to give you a thumbs up or thumbs down very, very, very early on in the process, which is a great reason to lead with Americo. I'm going to talk about our bonus in a little bit. And what I tell people all the time is that, guys, when I tell people or ask people to lead with Americo, I don't feel guilty whatsoever, because I know that you don't have to fill out a 27-page paper application. You don't have to fill out a full e-app and not know until the end of the e-application. Americo is going to let you know right now whether or not they have a thumbs up or thumbs down. And, guys, we're approving people all the time. Our approval percentages are extremely high. No one who leads with Americo ever complains about our underwriting. And what that means is if for whatever reason you do get a decline, you're only 3 to 5 minutes into the e-app, and you have more than enough time to pivot to your secondary or other alternative carrier. So keep that in mind when you think about leading with Americo. The instant decision, no one has been doing it longer than Americo. We launched our e-app with instant decision in 2014, which means that our algorithm and the back end that's running all of that technology in the back end we've been using it and working on it for a very long time. So it's going to be very consistent. It's not going to be volatile at all. Okay. So guys, again, you can run as many of these test applications as you want until you're very comfortable. You can obviously spend a lot of time on the health information, get really comfortable with our knockout questions. You can do whatever you need to do before you get ultimately comfortable, so that when you walk into the home, you know exactly what to expect when it comes to writing business with Americo. As you'll notice, it says demo site up here in the top left. Please, please, please make sure when you go into a home later today and you're writing an Americo e-app that you logged into the live production version, the actual sc.americo.com, which SC is just short for Sales Connection. This is the live version of our e-app. This is the demo version. So just make sure you're in the right spot and it doesn't say demo when you're actually sitting down with that appointment. All right, so you know how to log into your back-end portal, you know how to quote, you know how to write business, and even practice writing business. So right below that, guys, is going to be our microsites. I'm a huge fan of these microsites. They are very simple, straightforward websites, siloed by product, okay? If we click on the final expense instant decision, that's going to take us to the Eagle Premier microsite, and it's only going to have information about final expense. So this is a great website that you can watch training. You got a link to the e-application, quoting, obviously. But if you want to learn about our products, this is where you need to go. So it's going to give you a breakdown of the bullet points of this product. If you click on Sales Tools, guys, this is what I tell people to download all day, every day. Go to Agent Cafe, click on the microsite for Eagle Premier, click on Sales Tools, which is the site, the page we're viewing right now, and this reference sheet under Agent Materials. Click on that bad boy, and you've got this PDF. Now, you've obviously got a digital version, so you don't need to print anything. You could save it to your iPad, save it to your desktop on your laptop, or print it off and keep it with you when you're running through, when you're running appointments. But, guys, this is our Eagle Premier Series in a nutshell. So you got your issue ages, 50 to 85. For smokers, we only go to 80. You've got how we can write business with our e-application and our tele-application. It's obviously simplified issue. You're going to get day one coverage when you're writing Eagle Premier, and you've got the other competitive features, the quit smoking advantage, which I will cover in just a second. Our face amounts go from $2,000 to $30,000. As I mentioned, it's full death benefit day one with our Eagle Premier. And then you've got riders. You've got accidental and accelerated death benefit included at no additional cost in our Eagle Premier series. Please remember that. The quit smoking advantage, lots of people know about, and I'm going to tell you about that in just a second. But what people sometimes fail to remember is that with our final expense product, with Americo's final expense product, you've got an accidental rider and an accelerated death benefit rider included in the cost. So it's a package deal. You don't need to piece together a policy. We've got everything a client's going to need all in one policy. Build chart right underneath, and then state availability for our tel app and our e-application. Okay, and the e-application phone number is right there at the bottom. So this is really a great reference sheet to remember, or to print off, save, whatever works for you when you're thinking about getting up to speed with our Eagle Premier Series. It looks like someone's trying to join, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit allow. All right, so let's talk about that quit smoking advantage. I'm going to bounce over here to a little deck that I've got, and let's talk about the quit smoking advantage. Okay, so with the quit smoking advantage, guys, it's really, really, really straightforward. Okay, it's this simple. With Americo's Eagle Premier Series, you can write your smokers with non-smoker rates. Okay, so the question is, what happens if they don't quit smoking? Well, they've got 3 years to quit smoking. They're going to have that non-smoker rate for 3 years. They're going to get tons of savings. And at the end of the day, either they're going to quit smoking or they're not. Okay, if they do not quit smoking, what's going to happen is their premiums are going to stay level. The last thing we're going to do is jack up premiums, unbeknownst to the client at the end of 3 years. We're going to keep the premiums the same, but something's got to give. So we're going to adjust that death benefit down to the smoker rating at the time the policy was issued. Okay, so if you look at this example right here, if you wrote a 65-year-old smoker, hold up here. If you wrote a 65-year-old smoker, $10,000 death benefit, their rate's going to be $62.92. All right, which is our non-smoker rating. At the end of that 3 years, if they do not quit smoking, their premium's going to stay the same, and that death benefit's going to be reduced down to $54.20, which is the smoker rating at the time that your client was 65, not 68 years old. Now, let's say they want to keep that $10,000 in coverage. Totally fine. All they have to do is give us a call. We'll adjust the premium to that smoker rating. Again, back at the time that the policy was issued, which is 65, and everybody's happy. They've got the $10,000 in coverage they want to keep. Premiums are at that smoker rating. No harm, no foul, and everybody moves on. Okay. And obviously, if they do quit smoking, all they got to do is send in a swab kit to us after 12 months. So they have to have quit smoking 12 months after the time the policy was issued. And they send in a swab kit, let us know, and nothing's going to change. They're going to keep that $10,000 death benefit and the $62.92 premium. So hopefully that covers it, guys. It's pretty straightforward. If you're sitting down with smokers in a final expense appointment, there's really no reason to write anybody but Americo. That's who you should be leading with. Now, you guys are probably going to have questions, which is totally fine. Lots of people have questions about the quit smoking advantage, which is totally fine. But what I'm going to tell you is, again, agentcafe.com. Start there. If you go to the final expense microsite, it's going to take you to right here. And guess what? There is a quit smoking advantage frequently asked questions document you can click on and read up on this program. Okay, all of the questions that you would have are right here in this frequently asked questions document for the quit smoking advantage. Okay, so that is the final expense. I want to go back to Agent Cafe real quick just to make sure everybody knows. I'm not sure what you guys are appointed for, but if you guys are selling Medicare supplements, we've got a microsite for Medicare supplements. If you're selling any term, you've got a microsite dedicated to our term products. I'm just going to show you that real quick. Here's all of our term products. We've got a brand new continuation product here down at the bottom, which I will show you just real quick. It takes a minute and a half to explain. So this continuation product, guys, if you are sitting down with any younger clients, okay, term is great, except it expires. Permanent protection is fantastic, except it's pretty expensive. What I would tell you is look into this continuation product. It's just like any other vanilla term product, except at the end of the term, it does not expire. It drops down to 10% of the original face. And the reason I bring this up, even though we're talking about final expenses, because it takes care of the final expense need for your term clientele. Does that make sense? So if you write somebody $100,000, I'm just going to go to this quick example right here. So if you write a 35-year-old male, $100,000, 30-year term, our vanilla bread and butter, very, very basic most straightforward term product is our HMS Plus 125 that has a 25% accidental death and living benefits included in it. The premium is going to be $39.81. Okay, for just a couple dollars more, you're going to get continuation, which means, and it's its own standalone product. But when this guy is 65 years old, he's going to have $10,000 in coverage, and these premiums are level; they never change. So from 65 until he dies, he passes away, he's only going to be paying $42 for $10,000 in coverage. And again, it's $10,000 of whatever that original face is. So if you write somebody for $300,000 in coverage, in term coverage, and it's continuation, they're going to have $30,000 for whatever those term prices were for that $300,000 in coverage. It's a great product. It really ties into final expense because that's kind of what it becomes at the end of that term period. And I definitely want to make sure that you guys are aware of that, that concept and that product. So let me jump back to my deck here, and I want to cover our bonus real quickly. Guys, Americo has actually, Brian, do you guys know if you qualify for the You First bonus? Before I cover that, do you want to let me know that real quick before I cover this?
As far as I know, we do. I will double check on that and make sure and let everybody know. But yeah, go ahead and go over it because I believe we do. Yes, sir.
Sure. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Dallas. Okay, so the You First bonus program, guys, very, very, very compelling reason to lead with Americo. We have a cash bonus. Lots of carriers do trips, and trips are great. We actually used to do some really, really nice trips for a really long time. And what we came to the conclusion was that it's more powerful to just put cash back in the agent's hands, right? I'm an account executive. When I go around the country and I want to boost production in an office and I talk about a contest, what does everybody want at the end of the contest? They're usually not talking to me about trips. They're talking to me about cash. They just like, dude, just give me some cash if I sell the most in a 30-day window or whatever the contest is. This is a very, very, very awesome bonus program that if you guys qualify for, which I'm sure you guys do, can really change your business. It's like take your comp and add 8 points to it. That's really what you're doing. All you need to do is write $40,000 in Americo production in a 6-month window. And if you have 6 months to write $40,000 in business, okay? There's 2 qualification periods, and these are those qualification periods. So right now, we're obviously in March. You've got until the end of May to hit that bonus, to get a minimum bonus of $3,200. A $3,200 check will be mailed to you. If you write $40,000 in business, we're going to bonus you off of 8% of that and send you a check for $40,000. We're going to send you a check for $3,200 as long as your persistency is above 70% and you've got a good first premium applied. All right, guys, you can buy more leads if you need to buy leads. You can pay off debt. You can remodel your kitchen. It's not a coincidence that we pay these bonuses right before summer vacations and right before Christmas. So these 6-month windows, as you can see, run till May 31st. We cut checks the second week in June, right before summer vacations. And then that next 6-month window is from June 1st to November 30th. There's not 30 days in, 31 days in November, only 30. So it runs to November 30th, and then we cut checks the second week in December, right before Christmas. That is not a coincidence. It is a hell of a way to incentivize you guys as agents to lead with Americo. We've got great products. We've got great rates. And, guys, we're really a carrier that wants to win on process and reinvest in you, the agents. That is our philosophy. You're not going to see Americo on a blimp above College Game Day, as cool as that would be. And there's other carriers that do that, and it's not right or wrong. It's just different. We have just taken the approach to take those dollars and reinvest them in you, the agent, and our process. Those are the 2 things we invest in over and over and over again, our agents and our process. The instant decision on final expense is a perfect example of that. And then obviously the You First bonus that I just covered is a hell of an example of us reinvesting into you, the agent, so that you can do whatever you want with that money. And you're not forced to go on a trip with people that you work with, at a specific time. It's a very flexible, convenient way that you can go on your own trip, or you can do any of those things that I mentioned before. So the last thing I'll mention about the bonus, when you do sell specific products, these specific products right here, these first 3 bullet points, that continuation product that I mentioned, anytime you sell continuation, and there's a payment protector version, which is a decreasing term, so it's the exact same concept, except it's a decreasing term version of that continuation of that term product that I mentioned. It still just drops down to 10% of that original face at the end of the term. You get 125% credit. So let's say you write a policy, it's worth $1,000 in annual premium. You're actually going to get $1,250 applied to that $40K that you're trying to hit before the end of the bonus period. Okay. Same thing with 25 and 30-year terms with just our basic HMS Plus series. Okay, and 25 and 30-year terms with our payment protector. So if you're writing 25 and 30-year terms or continuation, you're actually getting 125% credit towards that $40K. And what I like to tell people, which is kind of fun, if you only wrote Americo's continuation and you would only have to write $32,500 worth of this continuation product in a 6-month window, and you're going to get bonus off of $40,000. So you would only have to write $32,500 and your bonus off of $40K, which is $3,200, and that's a minimum bonus. One thing I forgot to mention, which is probably the most important point, if there's anybody that listens to this decides to go all in and lead with Americo, there is no limit on this bonus. So if you write $75,000 in Americo premium in that 6-month window, you're going to get bonus well over what would that be, about $6,000. And there's no limit on this bonus. So whatever you write, you're going to get bonus 8% on as long as you have that 70% persistency. So, guys, a lot we covered. Just as a review, I really just want to hammer home this agentcafe.com. It's a very, very straightforward website with everything you need. Here at the bottom, guys, are all the telephone numbers that you might need. And as I mentioned, it's a one-stop shop. So if you clicked on any of these links here at the top, sales tools, boom, it's going to take you right to the links to write business. If you clicked on Microsites, it's going to take you right below that. Okay, so it's very, very straightforward, a really awesome reference for those of you guys who are going to be getting up to speed with Americo after this webinar. And I really hope you do, because we've got, like I said, we've got a great value proposition to veteran agents and to new agents. A simple process, very competitive products, and a great bonus that's really changing lives, every 6 months. It's really, really cool. One of the favorite parts of my job is handing out those checks to reward those agents that made the decision to lead with Americo. So I hope you do. We would love your business. We'd love to earn your business. And Dallas, I will turn it back over to you with any questions.
All right, man. Hey, well done, Will. That's I learned something. I had not discovered the continuation product. That is an awesome product. That's my first thought was when I go into homes all the time, I hear Dave Ramsey says buy term, invest the difference. Well, this is kind of the best of both worlds. Buy term, invest the difference, but still have a little safety net there in case whatever you invest in does not hold up.
That's exactly right. That's a great way to put it. Guys, I can't overstate it enough. I mean, there are truly veteran agents that are selling the crap out of this product. It's absolutely flying off the shelves because there is nothing like continuation. I'm really glad it resonated with you, Dallas. I didn't want to deviate too much from what we had originally talking about, but I just really think that it's such a compelling product. And there is nothing like this. Mutual has a product that's similar to this where it builds cash value, and then you can kind of do whatever you want with that cash at the end. But this is much more simple than that. This is a kind of a one-stop shop for your insurance needs for those younger clients. That 35-year-old that turns 65 doesn't have to go out and go through underwriting and get final expense. It takes care of every aspect of your life. And you end up paying pennies on the dollar for those final expense-like face amounts at the end of the term. So it's really, really fantastic. And there's living benefits throughout. There's living benefits throughout the term, which is a really important point. Again, if you guys do sell term, remember that with all of Americo's term products, we're an and company, not an or company. And what I mean by that is we have living benefits and accidental deaths in all of our term products, not or accidental death. So keep that in mind. And continuation is a great product. It's really resonating with veteran agents. and it's really, really resonating with their clients because it's absolutely flying off the shelf.
And you talk about a way to get referrals. We love referrals around here. When you're sitting there selling an Americo product to a 72-year-old, and they're paying $125 a month for a $12,000 product, ask them if they have kids. Ask them if they have kids that would like to pay $35, $40 a month, have protection now, and then have protection that they're purchasing down the road. So a great way to earn referrals there. A couple of things. I love the cash thing. I like trips, but I'd rather have my own money and spend it where I want to. My wife likes that a lot better as well. You can't take your kids on most company trips. I have 2 kids. I'd rather just do that myself and take them. So I love that. And then the other thing, guys, if you do not have Americo in your bag, you are really missing out. You're going to get beat on some tobacco rates. The thing that I love about Americo that turned them on to us immediately was the fact that they are different. There are 1,200, we counted this morning, there are 1,262 million insurance agents in Springfield alone where I'm at. And I've got to have something that sets me apart. I've got to have something that makes me different. And Americo is making it possible for me to do that. I appreciate that with you guys.
No problem. No problem. One of them, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that we do have a return of premium product. So again, not sure, maybe you guys are selling 95% final expense, but just in case there's a couple term agents on this call or listening to this, want to definitely make sure that you guys know that our CBO product is the same thing as another carrier's return of premium. So CBO stands for cashback option. You can sell 15, 20, 25, and 30-year term life insurance where they get 100% of the premium back at the end of the term. So just wanted to highlight that. One last thing before we jump off there, Dallas.
Absolutely. Hey, Will, thank you again. Guys, if you have any questions about Americo, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Reach out to our contracting department. You can reach them at contracts@secureig.com and get going with Americo. Get that in your tool bag. Will, I always like to leave our agents with something. So here's what I would tell you guys. Sit down today. Think about your last 5 people that you wrote that use tobacco. You can save them money right now. Go back to them, see if you can save them money. They'll appreciate that. And then, I don't know if there's a way we can start generating tobacco leads. I'm going to have to get with Cody on that. But go out there and find them, man. They're out there, and they will love you for saving them money. Will, thank you again. Great job. And, man, we will look forward to talking to you more in the future.
That sounds good. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Dallas. And guys, have a great weekend. Happy Friday.